Yo, what's up? It's your favorite Samoan Barkeep here. So, you usually see me wearing a hat, but it's hotter than a mother out there today. So, we had to go all natural, see the flowing locks. But anyway, so today we went out and did some bourbon hunting. Went out to Federal Way, Washington, Liquor and Wine. Let's check it out.
I know. Okay, dear. Have a good one. Have a good floor.
You too. Thank you. Yeah, you can go ahead here.
Okay. right, so thanks for checking out Bourbon Hunt number 11. Before we start talking about what we saw in there, you know I'm gonna hassle you about hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit me in the comments on which bottles I should have picked up. All those things really help out the channel, so hit that like, subscribe, comment on what you thought about the video, so we can keep this content coming. So appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you very much for all your participation, and then stay tuned for tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be hitting up Woodinville Distillery. They got another distillery only special release. So the last time we went up to Woodinville, they had a smoked applewood. We got it right here. So we got this last one at the last distillery only release, the applewood smoked. This bottle is tasty. So instead of the smoked, today or tomorrow, they're gonna have the toasted applewood. So toasted versus smoked, be able to compare the two, see what the differences are. So definitely gonna hit up the distillery tomorrow and check that out. They anticipate having quite a few bottles. So if you can't make it out on Saturday, July 1st, it should be available for a couple of weeks according to the distillery. So, you know, run up there if you want to get that toasted applewood. They should have them available for the first couple of weeks in July. So don't quote me on that. That's just what the email from Woodinville said. So stay tuned for that footage from the Woodinville distillery, and then we'll probably hit up a couple liquor stores on the way home, see what they got out there. All right, so some pretty nice bottles at Federal Way Liquor and Wine. So I was talking to the gentleman working there today. He said it's a family-owned shop. His family owns it, and I mean, yeah, it was a very cool shop. So they kind of have two categories of products. They have the normal everyday shelfers, which, as far as I'm concerned, I thought the prices were very good. So on your everyday shelfers, like $17.92, they had all the more common expressions. So they had the $17.92 small batch, $17.92 bottled and bond, single barrel, and full proof, all for between like $35 to $50 pre-tax. So I mean, you know, decent pricing on $17.92. They had a Elijah Craig toasted barrel for $59. So I mean, I think that's a couple of bucks more than I usually see it, but still a very fair price. Ancient Age 10 Star. They had the 1.75 for $20. So I just bought the fifth for $14. So that's a steal of a price, $20 for that 1.75. What else? They had the newest batch of the Larceny Barrel Proof. That one was a little bit higher, but Larceny is a more allocated product. So I think they're charging the same price that Total Wine is charging. So, I mean, if I got the choice between buying from Total Wine or buying from, you know, the little mom and pop, I'm definitely going with the mom and pop. So, anyways, a lot of cool shelfers, great prices on all the shelf products. When you get into the rare and allocated products, so if you're not familiar with Washington State, it used to be a control state, but they've passed a law years ago making it liquor available at any store that has a liquor license. So you can go to the grocery store, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Costco, you can go to any place to buy liquor in Washington now. So it's very difficult that it's not a control state to find some of these more rare bottles for MSRP. Total Wine in the area has started marking up their products very significantly. So, for example, the Orphan Barrel Scarlet Shade, the 14-year rye, recently came out. I think the MSRP is about $200 for that. So the Total Wine's got it marked up to $310. So $310 plus tax puts it at like 370 or something ridiculous. So Total Wine's really been jacking up their markups recently. So we've been having to try to find some other places. So we're looking at these mom and pop shops, but most of the mom and pop shops are the same. So the shelf products are usually pretty solid on pricing, but the rare allocated bottles are usually pretty high secondary. So this particular spot, they weren't as high as we usually see them in Washington. They are marked up above MSRP, but the prices were decent. So $200 for a stag, that's not horrible. What else did they have? I don't know what the going rate for a Blanton straight from the barrel is, but $300, even though it's a delicious pour, just couldn't pull the trigger on that. They had a couple of Jack Daniels, like the Coy Hill. They had the American Single Malt, finished in Oloroso sherry casks. They had a rare Jack Daniels. Well, I don't know if it's rare. I've just never seen it before. Some Jack Daniels bottles. So hit me in the comments when you see the Coy Hill and the twice barrel Jack Daniels. There's a bottle in between them that I'm interested, if you know anything about that, what that was. So they had the Weller Full Proof, they had the Weller Single Barrel, they had a bottle of Pappy's, they had the one I've really been looking for, the Old Forester Single Barrel Strength Rye. So, and actually the price on that one was a lot better than some of the other places that I've seen locally. They had some of the older versions of the Blood Oath, packed 7 and packed 8. They had E.H. Taylor Small Batch, Single Barrel, Straight Rye, and Barrel Proof. So even the Barrel Proof, the price wasn't terrible. Just, can't really swing that right now. But anyways, the very cool store. I'll definitely be back to check it out again. Lots of selection as far as the shelfers. So I told you about the 1792s. I don't see a lot of those on the shelf regularly, right? So the small batch is easy to find, but the bottled and bond, full proof, and single barrel are not as easy. So you can find them if you try, but he had them all stacked up, full shelves of all of them. So very cool store, very nice gentleman there working. Definitely check it out. Federal Way Liquor and Wine. So if you want those unicorns, hit it up. They got lots of good stuff. So they had the Elmer T Lee as well. I know a lot of people are looking for that. Price was a little bit higher than the last one I found, but still reasonable if you can't find it anywhere else. So let's look at what we picked up. So I've been looking to get the total collection of 1792. So we added the 1792 single barrel. So we did not have that one yet. So I was able to get that. I think that was $40 plus tax. So pretty solid price on that. And then lastly, we picked up my 17th bottle of E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. So this is one of my favorite pours. Been lucky here in the last month or so where you can find this pretty easily. I don't know off the top of my head what the MSRP is for this bottle, but Total Wine had it for about $79 plus tax. And then most of the other places around were selling it for about $100 plus tax. So that's what I got that one for today, $100 plus tax. So Total Wine doesn't have any more, and doesn't look like they're going to be getting it anytime soon. And I needed a backup. So boom, another E.H. Taylor Straight Rye for the collection. So we're looking forward to getting into this holiday weekend, getting some nice relaxing time. So again, everybody, enjoy your 4th of July. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Cheers.